Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm on a roll, I'm going to tell you, on my baked tortilla chips. I have made plain ones. I have made sweet ones with cinnamon sugar, of course monk fruit sugar. These are keto. You don't have to make them keto. You can follow this recipe and use regular tortillas. You don't have to use the no carb. And they're delicious. My favorite one, I've made plain, cinnamon sugar, chipotle, garlic. Garlic so far is my favorite. But the chipotle, I might try them again sometime and up the chipotle in them. They're good, but they're not heavily seasoned. Let's put it that way. They're not heavily seasoned. They're still good. But now I wanted to know, just happened to have some diced jalapeños in my refrigerator. I was looking for pepperoncinis. I thought the juice from the pepperoncinis might give it a good flavor without being too hot. Now this doesn't say pickled jalapeños, so I'm guessing they're just plain old chopped jalapeños. Vinegar, salt, onion. I don't know. I haven't opened them yet. But let's try making, oh, if I didn't hold that up high enough. Let's try making some jalapeno baked tortillas. And let's see if we like them. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. And now we're going to move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to make up the oil that we brush onto our tortillas before we bake them. And we do both sides. And I have a stack of 6, I think. And you season both sides with the oil. Then I lay them down and I take a pizza cutter and cut them into quarters. But you'll see all that as we get going. Let's get ready and let's make our oil to brush on our tortillas, shall we? I think these are going to be so good. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to start off. This is a 2 tablespoon measure. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of oil. 3/4 teaspoon. Oops, that's a little much. Salt. Anywhere between 3/4 and 1/4 would probably be fine. And now, see how easy that opened? Ooh, those smell spicy. The oil's going to cut that down a little bit. We're going to try and put in 2 tablespoons of the jalapeno juice from the, these are Olive, St. Olive, Mount Olive brand. You can use Great Value, you can use whatever. And now we're going to take my brush and we're going to mix the salt. Now you can see, maybe you can't see, in here I have a couple little chunks of jalapenos. That's really not going to matter. If you want to, I could have put it through a little strainer so I didn't get any chunks in there. Okay, so this is what we do next. We've got this all mixed up. You want to make sure it's mixed and not separated. So you have to stir, stir, stir quite a bit. And then you paint one side with your oil. Then you paint the other side with your oil. Start a new stack. Same thing here. Oil. Put over. More oil. And we hope this all sinks in. I hope this isn't going to be too hot. If it is too hot, it's too hot. All you have to do is use them as dippers with a cream cheese or something to cool them off. Today we went out to eat and I got the pulled pork nachos, no chips. And I used about 3 of my chipotle nacho corners, so that was 3/4 of a tortilla. And then I used, I'm not sure, I didn't keep count. The rest of them I used were my garlic, and they were both really good. So if you're watching your carbs, and Even if you're not, here's a hint. I hate getting nachos because only some of your nachos has the toppings and the rest don't, and as you're trying to eat them, they get all soggy. Your chips do. So even when I wasn't doing low carb, I would order my nachos chips on the side. Then it's like a dip. You can just spoon it on your crispy tortilla and not have to worry about them getting soggy. And that's what I do now that I make my own chips to take with me. I do the same thing. Okay. Oh, forgot to get my pizza cutter out. Not going to do too well with that, are we? You can use a sharp knife. If you don't have a pizza cutter, just use a really sharp knife. And now, I've learned over the past few episodes that if you start in the middle of your tortillas, you're not as likely to have them come off and slide apart. You know, then you have to try and put them all back together. Okay, now the next step is all we do is we just lay them out without overlapping into rows of our cut tortillas. We're going to put them in the oven for 6 minutes. I'm going to take the pan out, turn it around, put them back in for 7 minutes. And I'm going to have to add 5 of these to the rows. I won't have enough. They can touch. You just don't want them overlapping, really. Okay. Let's see how many more of these I can get in. Oh, this will work just fine. This will make you 24 triangles. Okay. And when I tell you the carbs, there's 0 carbs per tortilla and 7 carbs net. Or, I'm sorry, 0 net and 7 carbs if you're not doing net carbs. Yep, got one more. Let's do this here. Okay. Now, as you can see, we have our pan all ready to go in the oven. And when it's done, and I can't wait, gotta make sure I don't touch my face with my oiled fingers because it's going to be hot. Okay, now, like I said, I'm going to stick them in the oven for 6 minutes. And then when that 6 minutes is over, I'm going to pull them out, turn them around, put them back in for 7 more minutes, and then they'll be done. And I will be back, and we're going to see if the jalapeno baked tortilla chips are a winner or a loser. I haven't had a loser yet. I might have one I want to add more spice to, but none of these baked chips have been a loser. I like them plain. Like I said, you can use them for crackers, you can use them for tortilla, you can eat them with a salad. You can do just about anything you want with them. So, and if you want a flavored tortilla and you don't want to cut them, but you might want to use them for like a pizza or a tostada or something like that, just don't cut them. Just bake them and you'll be fine. You can do anything you want with them. I do all kinds of stuff with these and they're just amazing. You can make quesadillas, and in that way I would butter her, oil one side, put my toppings on it, stick it in the fryer, top it with my next one, and oil the top of that one, and then fry it. You can oil both sides. I haven't done it, so I'm not sure which is the best way to go. But I'd have to try it to see, and I haven't made any yet. So might be another video coming up here pretty soon. I am on a roll with these baked, low-carb, keto tortilla chips. I'm telling you, these have been so good. Even if you're not watching your weight, you would love these. These are excellent, excellent. Okay, hang in there. I'm going to be back in 2 shakes. Hey, welcome back. This has been a quick video. We're just under 10 minutes right now. 12 minutes cook time and a lot of talking time, okay? Showing you how this is done, but here we have it. I have a tip, too, that I hadn't thought about. If I haven't mentioned this before, when your pan comes out, it's still hot. And it will continue to cook your chips if you don't slide them off onto a cooling rack, or like I have them down here. I just slid them off on my cutting board. Otherwise they'll get too dark. Some of these, they're not too dark. You can't really see. But they're not burned. So I don't know. They have good flavor. They're maybe a touch salty, which when you're eating them plain might be a problem, but when you're eating them with something else, it wouldn't be. I'm sure you can hear that crunch. When you use Mission, the middle, everything gets crunchy. The whole thing is crunchy. But when I tried to do that with the Lavanda Rita brand, didn't work. The edges would burn before this, and the center never really did get crispy. But they are excellent for other things like quesadillas, little mini pizzas, just a ham and cheese sandwich, you know, use it instead of 2 slices of bread. I use a couple of those. And these are 25 calories per 4 of these, which makes 1 tortilla. So that's all. 25 calories for every 4 of these you eat. No carbs, if you deduct the fiber. I try to stay between 20 and 30, so I count net. People that count the full carbs can go up to 50 carbs a day because they're not deducting fiber from their counts. And a lot of people do that. I tend to go the other way. So that's all there is to it. Let me try something else here since I've got time. I have got onion and chive from Great Value, Philadelphia cream, whipped cream cheese, and let's just see what this tastes like if I put some on this little cracker I have left. That is so good. Don't mind my face. It is so good. I like that. And you can use plain. I just happen to have the chives, which are really, really very good too. I like those on a plain one. On these, it's been so good. Try these. Experiment. Put stuff on it. Maybe you'd want to make a pickle one. You know, they have pickled chips. Why not pickle crackers? Don't know. Haven't tried them. So you could try that. That would be low carb because you can eat dill pickles and drink the pickle juice and whatever. So I might have just talked myself into one more kind of baked tortilla chips. That's for another day. I'm done today. I've been making videos for the last 3 or 4 days, and I think I deserve a day off. So might not make any till Monday or Tuesday maybe. But I will definitely be making more varieties of these baked tortilla chips because they just work so well. They worked really well today at lunch when I made my chicken tortillas or chicken nachos with no chips. That was really good. As a matter of fact, I only ate about 1/3 of the toppings that they gave me. So Dave and I are going to split the other 2/3 for dinner tonight. Now he'll probably have something else with it, but that's plenty for me. And it's all good, y'all. So go out, experiment. That's, I am not a gourmet cook. Never claimed to be. Never claimed to be a chef. I'm just a little housewife that likes to cook, and her cooking probably leans toward, I would say, country cooking. Casseroles, soups, stews, like mac and cheese, comfort foods. I guess you'd call me a comfort cook, mostly. So, if I can do this, y'all, you can do it, because it's just hit and miss. I mean, I take recipes and I kind of twist them around and make them my own by changing up the ingredients a little bit. Calls for green peppers, I'll put peas in it or something. My husband hates sweet peppers. He loves spicy. He's going to love these, but he does not care for the sweet bell peppers. And I try to tell him, it's the green ones you don't like. And the other ones are no problem. And but he just tells everybody he doesn't like sweet peppers. So I try not to use them. I don't have any problem with the red, the yellow, or the orange. Their flavor is totally different than a green one. And if you eat sweet bell peppers, you know what I'm talking about. The green has a strong flavor. That's it. That's our video for today. And with my yakking, we've gone 16 minutes and 30 some seconds. So we're all good. Go out and have the best day you can have. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see y'all again next time. Be sure to look me up on Kat at Kat's Cooking Kitchen. Look for me on Facebook and YouTube. That's Kat's, capital K, or just K-A-T''S. Kat's Cooking Kitchen. Thanks to you all for watching. I just love doing these videos. If I can help one other person stick to their low-carb way of eating, I am thrilled. It's really helped me tremendously. So until next time, keep on keeping on.